So we're going to go to Facebook instead.
Very well.
Okay, well, welcome. We made it. Welcome to the Laugherzoom. That's basically my weekly way of contributing to happiness through laughter. My name is Rosaria Cirillo, and I am a lot of things, but mostly I'm Italian, living in the Netherlands for 21 years now with 2 boys, 10 and 12. And I am an H6, an happiness-driven growth catalyst, where H6 for me stands for happiness contributing, human-centric and heart-centered experiences. So I bring more happiness into the business world with a mission to improve all the interactions. And laughter is one of the ways. So in the last few years, as I was studying also all things happiness, because I come from a background in customer experience, I also came across about the fact that play, smile, health are critical elements, and laughter is very good. It's this excellent element that contributes to our happiness. And as I researched it, I also discovered that we can actually laugh intentionally as a physical exercise. So I started digging into it, and I discovered this laughter yoga. And in Laugherzoom, I bring it for free to the world, and we just play together and we laugh together. And in every series, I'm taking a team with me, like now is the team of the Chakra, where I'm also learning something more about it, and then I share it with what I learn, and I create laughter that are linked to it and to the activation of this chakra. So what we are going to do now, I'm going to tell you a bit more very quickly about what is laughter yoga, then I'm going to share about the chakra, and then we're just going to laugh and get our happy dose of chemicals. So and the first question I always ask is, how do you feel right now before we start? And normally with this group is always very high already. So what's your score today on 0 to 10? How much enthusiasm, energy do you already feel? What's your mood today?
I'm already at 10.
Already 10, right? It's like, so it's like, wow. And what about you? Where are you? I think you're still on mute again, so I don't know if we can hear you. We don't hear you. You can give us a sign with your hands.
No, yeah, not
I'm
yet.
a 7. She's a 7. I think she said a 7. Cool. So let's see how can we increase it. And are you already familiar with laughter yoga, Glenna?
Pardon?
Do you already know what is laughter yoga?
I've done it once a long time ago.
Okay, so because now then it's becoming a usual and a bit way. So basically, and also for whoever looks at the live afterwards, laughter yoga is this beautiful intuition that we can laugh as a choice by simply doing a number of exercises which activate our energy and our child in us. And it's called yoga because we use breathing. Basically, laughter is an exhalation. So we do a lot of breathing in, and when we breathe out, we laugh. That is the reason why it's called yoga, but it does not have any actual yoga position involved in it. And as long as you laugh for at least 10 minutes continuously, you will produce the joy cocktail of dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphin. So the great thing of laughter yoga is that you don't have to wait to meet with friends or hear a funny joke or look at a comedy. You can choose to laugh. And with those laughter clubs, which are now everywhere in the world, you do it with other people, so that also by just looking at each other, you activate the mirror neurons. And then it becomes very quickly, the laughter from just an exercise becomes spontaneous laughter. And you get all of those amazing benefits where 10 minutes of laughter is like 30 minutes on the rowing machine. So instead of going to the gym, we come to Zoom and we laugh. And the chakras are those energy centers in our body that come from the Indian tradition. So I got very curious about them. So I started to look into them, and I dedicated each of those sessions to the chakra. So today is inspired by the 5th chakra, which is called Vishuddha, which means pure. And it's our throat chakra. So it's a position in the throat. It's linked to the thyroid gland. Therefore, it also regulates our body temperature, our metabolism, and our immune system. The element related to it, it's the ether or spirit or space. The color is light blue. So also, if you think of the biggest space in our world are the sky and the sea, those are in this color. Vishuddha means pure, so it has to do with purification. And because it's the throat chakra, it all has to do also with communication. So it's about our capability to communicate both with ourselves and with others, inward, so when we listen, and outward when we express ourselves. So it's also linked to everything which has to do with vibration, because the sound, so our voice is a vibration. So music, everything that creates vibration, they are all ways of activate this chakra. And it's about our self-expression. So when our throat chakra is open, we are able to communicate and to open up ourselves freely and to express our authentic self with clarity, and also to express ourselves in a creative way. And when instead it's closed, then we have difficulties setting our own boundaries. We cannot really express ourselves clearly. We feel inadequate, and we close off to the rest of the world. And therefore we also have mood swings or fear of speaking. And some affirmation for this chakra are: I hear and I speak the truth. The truth sets me free. I'm open and honest in my communication. I live an authentic life. And I know when it's time to listen. I'm honest, I'm true, and I'm independent. And we'll read a few more. And just before we start the laughter, I'm going to read the card, the main card for inspiration. And then at the end, we each pick a card. So this one in the back says, we are all children of conditioning. Let go of the oaths, shoulds, and judgments that inhibit you. Speak wisely, speak gently, speak consciously, but find your truth and express yourself. What you have to say is important. You are an expression of the divine. So it's all about, letting go of all our conditioning. So all the laughter that we are going to do are going to be in that direction too. And we start with activating. So what we do always with laughter, we start with some exercises which activate also, because we have to let go of all our conditioning that we cannot just laugh. We activate it. So in this case, we normally do clapping, but in this case, we're going to clap, give high five to ourselves. So you imagine giving an high five to yourself on each side, because this chakra is about connecting with yourself as well. So you give yourself high five. And then we give high five to each other. Imagine. And then we do the clapping game. So this one, actually, you can do it with your son, Danny, because like mine, at least they love it. So the clapping game, I don't know if you did it when you were little. You do this one, and then you do clap, and then you do this, and then you do this.
He's very busy.
So you can imagine it in front of the screen. So you clap, and you go tack, and then you go tack, 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 and then you try to do it yourself. You can do it as fast and as slow as you want. And this is also a great way to just laugh by yourself in front of the mirror. When I was doing my 40-day challenge, when you become a teacher, you have to laugh for 40 days for 20 minutes by yourself. And this would be one of my favorite games. It was hilarious, trying to clap with myself. And then we do the ho, ho, ha, ha, ha to warm up our diaphragm. But in this case, we clap ho, ho in front of our throat, and then ha, 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 as if we clap with each other. So we go ho, ho, ha, 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 ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. And then we have, for you while driving, it's always a bit more difficult, this one. What we always do as intermezzo in all those games, we do very well. Yay! Very well.
Yay!
But in this case, the sound that we make is I am sound, I am, yay. Those are the words for this chakra. So I am sound, I am, yay. And the next one is I listen, I speak, because the vowel of this chakra is So
perfect.
I listen, I speak, Again, I listen, I speak. And then we do 2 breathing exercises. So the first is we simply breathe in the color blue sky. So we breathe in, bringing it inside us, and then when we breathe out, we just radiate it back in the ether, in the space. So we breathe in, and again breathe in, breathe out, and then with the next one, we breathe in, we hold the color blue, and then when we release, we start laughing. Ready, steady, go. And again, we breathe in. And once more, breathe in. You're still on mute, Annie. I need to hear your laughter.
My cat is also crying beside
Don't worry.
because he's breaking something, whatever. Okay.
And the next one, to activate the energy also, because on all the cards from this chakra, you have the wolf. So, and the wolf is the guardian of our loyalty and trust. And it teaches us to hold, if I can pronounce it, from deep in the belly and to be the authentic self. So, and it's really this vibration. So we are gonna all like a wolf would do. So, so you can all first however you want to all, and then when you're ready, you can laugh. So, and this one is very difficult for me. I had to Google for how does the wolf really all? It gets like, so you breathe in and then you go like, ooh, or however you want to the wolf. Ready? Ooh. Ooh. I'm a really bad wolf, but and then the next laughter, and we really start with the laughter, is we imagine to take a bottle cleaner. Do you know those things that you use to clean the bottles, long bottles?
Yeah.
So you take those bottles cleaner, but we clean up our ear with it because this chakra is all about listening. So we clean up our ear from all of the judgment and all of the preconceptions. So then when we listen, we can listen without all of those preconceptions. So we go, and then we laugh. Yeah? Ready, steady, go.
I'm gonna have to go, guys. Can you hear me?
Yes, no worries.
I'm gonna have to go, but I've had a few drivers look at me going like.
No worries.
Thank you. I needed that, so thank you. I'll see you next week, guys. Bye.
Bye.
So the next one is the wire, but instead of the tooth wire, we do the brain wire. And in this case, we wash up all of the negative thinking patterns that are not serving us anymore. Okay. So again, we go like right all the way. And then the next one is something called blablazioni in Italian. In English, I have no idea, blah, blah, blah. So we're going to do blah, 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 tra, 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 cla, 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 blah, blah, blah. And then you repeat it until you laugh. So it's like, okay. So it's like you can do tra, 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 blah, 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 And similarly, so another way that we can laugh is with gibberish. Are you familiar with gibberish?
No.
So gibberish is an invented language. So it's a language in which you just express yourself. It's what the minion talk.
Oh, okay.
So it's just a language where what counts the most is your nonverbal communication. So I'm going to give you this blue gift in gibberish, and then you can take it, and then you can answer how you would answer taking a gift, and then you can come back to me all talking gibberish.
Okay.
So, sha, shaga, tagancha, zula kala traganta, sagala kalaga, yasha, labada kalaga, sa, lagadaga, shagada, ya. Very well.
Very well.
Yeah. Very well. Very well.
Very well.
Yeah.
Yay.
And I think we've done a lot of them. So the next one that we can do is the freedom laughter. We did a bit last week as well. So it's we imagine, but in this case, we imagine as a chain all of the negative thinking patterns, all the things that have hearted in the past that we have heard or that we have said. We imagine that we break those chains, throw them away, and we let go and we free up from that. So we go And the one that we can finally, the last one that we can do, it's also the throat detoxifying laughter, because so the throat, it's also linked to everything, situations that we feel like we have to swallow them, but we don't like them, we don't want to swallow them, so they're stuck here. So we imagine our hands like magnets, that we free ourselves up of this, and then we just let it go and laugh. So we go Cool. And then I guess we can go to our well done laughter, and then we go into the meditation to recenter. So we go like
I love this one.
Thank you for being here.
Woo!
And now, before the cards, we do the final humming. And the humming this time we do it with the chakra sound, which is hum. So we breathe in and then we go hum. We breathe in, hum. Hum. And third time. Now it's the third time. So I'm gonna mix them, and you can then say a number from 1 to 7. Okay.
3.
3. And I'll have 2. So 3 was yours. Ooh, transmutation.
Cool.
The back it says, I release the negative thoughts and expectations of myself, others, and the world. It is easy for me to transform negative beliefs and expectations into positive and supporting one, and so I do. I recognize the power of my thoughts and words as they vibrate through the universe, creating my future reality. I transform.
Thank you very much.
And I have freedom. I heal.
Yes.
So it says, I release all tears, sadness, and attachment to closing up and playing small in order to allow my throat to open fully. I open my throat and allow myself to breathe, sing, laugh, and cry. My voice is an instrument through which I heal myself and others.
Nice.
Oh, a lot of responsibility, but that was that. How do you feel now?
Still in a 10, higher, 10.5.
And cool. I'm gonna say the
Fantastic.
final words, and then I just close the recording, and then we can stay on. So this was the Laugherzoom, and if you're watching us live, you can also join us directly by going to wownow.eu/Laugherzoom and sign up, or subscribing to my newsletter wownow.eu/happy-news. And if you want to learn more in a structured way about how to nurture your well-being, you can check my open programs at wownow.eu/open programs. Until next week, ciao.